Dear students, good morning to all. Now we will going to revise the chapter 1 nutrition in plants. This is the annual chapter. So revise this portion. So all of you listen students. The first chapter nutrition in plants. Now we will going to discuss about book exercise question and answers. Okay. Book exercise question answers. The first question is, why do organisms take food solutions? Why do organisms take food? The answer is, all organisms require energy for their life process. The plants prepare their food and acquire nutrients from abiotic components like soil, air, water, and sunlight. On the other hand, animals need to get food from either plants or other animals to obtain nutrients. Hence, animals need to take food to acquire nutrients and energy. That is, the organisms take food. Next, distinguish between parasite and saprophytes. Okay, listen. Saprophytes, the acquire nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Acquire nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Parasites, the parasites live on or in a host and get its food at the expense of its host. Example, saprophytes example, fungi. Parasites example, roundworm. Okay, next students. How would you test the presence of starch in leaves? How would you test the presence of starch in leaves? Students, listen. Take two potted plants of the same kind. Keep one in the dark of 72 hours and the other in sunlight. Perform the iodine test with the leaves of both the plants as given below. Now leave the pot which was earlier kept in the dark undisturbed for 3 to 4 days and perform the iodine test. Again on its leaves, iodine test. Put iodine solutions on the leaf. Observation. Blue-black color will be observed on the leaves of the plant kept in sunlight, which indicates the presence of starch. Blue-black color will not be observed on the leaves of plant kept in the dark room. This indicates the absence of starch. This indicates the absence of starch. Okay. Next students, give a brief descriptions of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. Green plants use a process called as photosynthesis to prepare their food. The process is water is taken from the roots of the plant and it is transported to leaves of the plant. Carbon dioxide from air enter the leaves through the process called stomata. This diffuses the cell containing chlorophyll. Water molecule is broken down into hydrogen and oxygen with the help of sunlight. Water molecule is broken down into hydrogen and oxygen with the help of sunlight. Hydrogen combines with oxygen and hydrogen to form carbohydrates. Next, photosynthesis represented by the following equations. Listen, the equation: carbon dioxide plus water, sunlight, chlorophyll, carbohydrate plus oxygen. To indicate carbohydrates plus oxygen. Next, show the picture students. The photosynthesis pictures. Listen, light energy, carbon dioxide, oxygen. The leaf contains chlorophyll pigmentation. So the leaf is green in color. So chlorophyll in leaf. Then root, water and minerals. The root conducts water and minerals. The diagram of photosynthesis. So practice this diagram students, photosynthesis diagram. Okay. Next students, why do farmers grow many fruits and vegetables crops inside large greenhouses? What are the advantages of the farmers? Listen, the fruits and vegetables crops are grown urge greenhouses because it protects crops from external climatic conditions and provide suitable temperature for the growth of crops. Advantages to farmers while growing fruits and vegetable crops inside greenhouses. Listen, it protects crops from diseases and adverse climatic conditions. It protects crops from wind and rodents. Okay. Next students, listen. That's all students, the first chapter. Then next chapter, nutrition in animals. Listen. Nutrition in animals, second chapter students. Listen. What are villi? What is their locations and functions? What are villi? The finger-like projections in the inner walls of the small intestine is called villi. These are found in small intestine. Functions. What is the main function of villi, students? The villi increase the surface area for absorptions of the digested food. The villi increases the surface area for the absorptions of digested food. Okay, then next students. Where is the bile produced? Which component of the food does it help to digest? The answer is the bile is produced in liver. Okay, the bile is produced in liver. The bile juice stored in sac called the gallbladder. It helps in the digestion of fats. The gallbladder, what is the main function of gallbladder? It helps in the digestion of fats. Mainly it helps in the digestion of fats. Okay, next one. Name the type of carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants but not by humans. Give the reason. Listen students, cellulose is the carbohydrate that can be digested by ruminants. The ruminants have large sac-like structure between small intestine and large intestine. Okay, the cellulose of the food is digested by the action of certain bacteria which are not present in the humans. Next, why do we get instant energy from glucose? Why do we get instant energy from glucose? The answer is, students, because it easily breaks down in the cell with the help of oxygen, which provides instant energy to the organisms. Okay. Glucose does not need digestion. It is directly absorbed in the blood. Next, students, listen. Write one similarity and one difference between the nutrition in amoeba and human beings. Listen, similarity. What is a similarity? The digestive juices in amoeba are secreted into food vacuole, and in human beings the digestive juices are secreted in stomach and small intestine. Then the juices convert complex food into simpler soluble and absorbable substances. Okay, listen students, difference. What is the main difference? Amoeba capture the food with the help of pseudopodia. What is mean by pseudopodia? Pseudopodia means the false feet. Okay. What is the main function of pseudopodia? The pseudopodia main functions movement. What is movement? Moving from one place to another place. Okay, what is the main function of pseudopodia? Pseudopodia means the false feet. What is the main function of pseudopodia? Pseudopodia main functions moving from one place to another place. In human beings, the food is taken by the mouth. That is the main difference, amoeba and human. Listen students, human digestive system. Okay, listen, gallbladder, stomach, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. That's all students. That is a human digestive system. So all of you practice this diagram, human digestive system. Next one, can we serve can we survive only on raw leafy vegetables or grass? Discuss. We know that the animals, fungi, bacteria, non-green plants and human beings do not have the ability to make their own food. They depend upon autotrophs for their food directly or indirectly. The green plants trap solar energy and make their own food in the form of glucose. So we can say that leafy vegetables and grass can provide sufficient energy to help us survive. Okay, next one. Listen students, that's all. The chapter 1 nutrition in plants, then chapter 2 nutrition in animals. So students, all of you go through this chapter, each go through this chapter to line by line. So all of you go through this chapter, students.